What's up, guys? MRI Man coming back at you with another one. Want to thank all you guys for tuning in, leaving comments. Like I said, you guys keep commenting. I keep getting more subscribers. I'll keep making videos for you first-time listeners. This channel is all about MRI. Sometimes we dip into other radiology imaging, and pretty much this is like almost like a podcast, MRI podcast, anything going on with MRI. So let's get into it, man. Rad tech versus MRI tech. This is something that discussion that started like just when I started in school. I remember some people were like, "Oh, I'm thinking I should have just went to school for a rad tech so I can get an X-ray and then cross-train to CT and then cross-train, to MRI." They're like, well, that's three different things right there. So it's like, oh, okay. And then, other MRI techs like myself, we went to like a private school or a trade school, whatever you want to call it, that's dedicated for just MRI. And, people go back and forth, all the people. And then when I got into externship, all the people that were X-ray techs first, and then they cross-trained into MRI, and they found out that I went to an MRI school that was just for MRI. Oh, they were so pissed. They're like, "Oh, I had to go through X-ray, and it was so hard for me." And blah, blah, blah. They get all mad. I don't know why they get mad. I chose not to do X-ray. I never wanted to do X-ray. I always was interested in MRI, but I didn't want to do X-ray. I'm like, why do you got to learn X-ray to do MRI? That makes no sense. MRI has nothing to do with X-ray. No radiation. MRI is all magnets. So it's like, it doesn't make sense, So now they have these schools popping up everywhere. Not everywhere, but there's, they're popping up that you can go to school for specifically MRI and get the same credentials, ART, and you'll actually end up knowing more than your average cross-trained X-ray tech. Like, your major is MRI. That's all you learn about, MRI, every day. And then these guys in X-ray, they kind of just cross-train, And it doesn't matter, man. You do what you want to do. I mean, don't just do it for the money, Don't say, oh, well, if I learn all three things, I'm going to get paid more, Oh, I'm going to get more, which may be true, but not always true, because I'm working with these guys that said that they did all that. They went to school for X-ray and then they cross-trained. They said they did X-ray for a few months and then went straight to MRI and worked 20 years and haven't shot an X-ray, Then you have these other guys that they know X-ray, CT, and MRI, and they're just doing X-rays all the time because there's always shorthand X-ray, and they never get to do MRI. And I don't know if you guys know how busy X-ray can get. Man, these guys are over here doing 50 X-rays a day, and I'm over here doing 10 MRIs a day. Who's working harder? You're busting your butt for X-ray, and the pay is not even that well. It'll help you get a job, but and then I know another MRI tech that does CAT scans, and she's tired of doing CT and she wants to do MRI, but since she knows CT, they keep her in that CAT scan, CT area. And then you got a guy like me that went to school for MRI, and then that's all I do. So you hire me for MRI, that's all I'm going to do, MRI. And I'm going to do a hell of a good job. And companies are recognizing that, that we went to school for a specialized thing, and, that's just what we do, That's our specialty is MRI, and we're going to be a lot better than other people being cross-trained into it. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. I'm just saying I wouldn't just do it for the money, Do what you want to do. If you look into X-ray and you're okay with, doing 40 patients a day, 40, 50 patients, if you're okay with that, and if you're okay with doing those barium enemas, and where you got to run contrast. I don't know, CT, they do a lot of crazy things, but they run contrast through I think through the rectum or something, and then they scan them. If you're okay with doing stuff like that and getting real personal, with your patients. And I think in X-ray there's even one where they drink contrast and they watch it go down, fluoroscopy or something, and they like void it out, like they pee it out, and they have to do exams like that, and they do that. That's like not it's kind of almost common, like you'll do like 2 or 3 a month of that. So if you're comfortable with the whole package that it comes with, and how close you have to be with the patients with those, the CT, and they do things like that, the barium enemas, and if you're okay with running contrast through someone's butt, and it's medical, profession, you be a professional about it. But I'm just saying, like, I knew that those things were there, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be that close, and so that's what I got to say about that. So at the end of the day, just do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, most of the people prefer doing CT or MRI. Nobody likes doing X-ray at all. Nobody loves doing X-ray. They always want to cross train. And I don't know. You got your CT guys, you got your MRI guys. Depends on what you like, man. Just do more research, look into it, all right? And that's all I got to say about that, man. You guys, like I said, tell your people about me, man. Tell your friends, tell everybody in your hospital. Follow MRI Man. A lot of big things are going to change in the future, I'm going to start adding some new stuff, man. I'm going to come out with some new stuff, all right? So you guys just stay tuned, all right?